What makes a ninja the greatest in history? Is it their power, intellect, or leadership? When we think about legendary shinobi, names like Hashirama, Madara, Minato, and even Naruto come to mind. But one ninja shaped the shinobi world in ways no one else did: Tobirama Senju. He was a warrior, a leader, and a genius who created some of the most powerful jutsu in history. He led Konoha through dark times and built the foundation for future generations. But does this make him the greatest ninja of all time? Tobirama Senju was one of the most formidable ninjas in his era. He wasn't just strong, he was fast, precise, and strategic in battle. Unlike his older brother Hashirama, who relied on overwhelming raw power, Tobirama was a tactical fighter, using intelligence and speed to dominate his opponents. He was known for analyzing situations in seconds, adapting to enemy movements, and striking before they could react. One of Tobirama's most defining traits was his incredible speed. He was so fast that even elite shinobi struggled to follow his movements. Some compared his speed to Minato Namikaze, the fourth Hokage, who became famous for his flying ranging jutsu, a technique that Tobirama originally created. This teleportation jutsu made him nearly untouchable, allowing him to appear behind enemies in an instant. His water release jutsu was also second to none. Most shinobi required a water source to use water style technique, but Tobirama could generate powerful water-based attacks from thin air. This allowed him to fight effectively in any environment, making him unpredictable and dangerous. Tobirama was also a master of kenjutsu and taijutsu hand-to-hand combat. He combined speed, technique, and raw skill to overpower enemies in close-range combat. However, the most feared ability was the creation of the Edo Tensei technique, a technique that allowed him to revive the dead and control them in battle. Though later perfected by Orochimaru and Kabuto, Tobirama was the original creator of this forbidden jutsu. With his lethal combat abilities, genius strategies, and jutsu mastery, Tobirama was a true force of nature. But his influence went far beyond battle. Perhaps his greatest impact was in shaping the ninja world itself. He wasn't just a warrior, he was a visionary who built the foundation of the modern ninja world. His influence extended far beyond battle, as many of the systems and institutions that define the ninja society today were created by him. He believed in order, structure, and long-term stability, ensuring that Konoha remained strong for generations to come. One of his most greatest contributions was the establishment of ninja institutions. Before Tobirama, there was no formal training system for young shinobi. He created the Ninja Academy, which provided education and combat training for the next generation. This ensured that every child of Konoha had an equal opportunity to becoming a skilled shinobi rather than relying solely on clan-based training. Tobirama also founded the Ambu Black Ops, an elite force specializing in covert operations, assassinations, and high-risk missions. These highly trained shinobi acted as Konoha's silent protectors, handling threats that normal ninjas couldn't. This was a game-changing move, ensuring internal stability while keeping external enemies in check. Another major reform was the creation of the Chunin exams. Before Tobirama, ninja promotions were random and based on war experience. He introduced a structured, fair exam system that allowed genin to prove their skills and advance based on merit rather than battlefield survival. This not only strengthened Konoha but also encouraged inter-village cooperation, as the Chunin exams later became an event by multiple nations. But perhaps Tobirama's greatest impact was the game-changing jutsu he created, which reshaped the ninja world. The Flying Raijin, a teleportation technique, Shadow Clone Jutsu, a jutsu that Naruto used to become one of the greatest shinobi ever, and the Edo Tensei, a forbidden jutsu capable of reviving the dead, later explored by Orochimaru and Kabuto. His intellect and leadership turned Konoha into a superpower, but his methods went without controversy. His strict policies and control over the Uchiha clan created tension that would later shape the village's darkest moments. After Hashirama's death, Tobirama stepped up as the second Hokage, inheriting leadership at a time when Konoha was surrounded by enemies. Unlike his brother, who believed in unity through peace, Tobirama was pragmatic and strict, focusing on military strength and organization to ensure Konoha's survival. He understood that idealism alone wouldn't protect the village, only strategy and power could. One of Tobirama's most controversial decisions was the formation of the Uchiha police force. Many believe this was a way to control and isolate the Uchiha, which later fueled their rebellion. Tobirama never trusted the Uchiha, but it wasn't out of personal hatred. It was a tactical decision. He understood their incredible power and their history of emotion-driven conflict. He believed that by giving them responsibility, they would remain loyal to Konoha. However, the plan backfired decades later, leading to growing resentment that would ultimately result in their downfall. Despite his hardline approach, Tobirama was a brilliant leader who helped strengthen Konoha's political and military structure. He built alliances with other villages, reducing the constant state of war that had plagued the Shinobi world. Under his leadership, Konoha became more organized and powerful, setting the foundation for future generations. His final act as Hokage revealed his true character. While leading his team on a mission, they were ambushed by the Kinkaku force, an elite squad of shinobi loyal to the land of lightning. Realizing that somebody had to stay to allow the other escape, Tobirama sacrificed himself, ensuring his students, including Hiruzen Sarutobi, who became the third Hokage, survived. Hiruzen inherited Tobirama's strict and effective leadership, and the village continued to follow the system he built. Whether one sees his harsh strategies or a necessary leader, one thing is clear: Tobirama Senju's legacy shaped the shinobi world forever. So, is Tobirama Senju the greatest shinobi in history? Here's what we know. He was one of the strongest in terms of combat and speed. He created some of the most powerful jutsu in history. He shaped Konoha's future through his institutions and leadership. And lastly, his legacy influenced every generation after that. But what do you think? Was Tobirama the greatest ninja in history? Let us know in the comment section below.